The best pitcher in the major leagues last season is a product of WAC Baseball. Tarik Skubal, the former Seattle U Red Hawk, was honored as the 2024 Cy Young Award winner.
What I was able to accomplish individually was fun, but I'm more proud of what our team was able to accomplish. You know, when you're counted out, you know, special things can happen when you just put your head down and get to work.
Hard to imagine last year's Triple Crown winner, leading the American League in wins, earned run average, and strikeouts, had just one Division I offer coming out of high school in Kingman, Arizona. That one school was Seattle University.
Well, as you know, the blessing of the WAC tournament in Mesa gave us opportunities year after year to meet with Arizona recruits that we would see the previous fall. And, you know, Tarik was 85 to 87 with kind of a body that wasn't quite mature yet. So we met them at the WAC tournament in Mesa in the lobby at the hotel. And just after sitting and talking with him, I mean, he sold himself.
I'm from a small town, so that's just kind of what happens. You know, you kind of can slip through the cracks a little bit, but that's just a chip on the shoulders. It just brings out the best competitor in you, and I still kind of hold that to me. You know, I was a 9th round draft pick. I wasn't a first rounder or second rounder.
At Seattle U, Skubal certainly had his ups and downs. He went 6-1 his sophomore year before hurting his elbow, having to get Tommy John surgery, causing him to miss the entire 2017 season.
That was tough, you know, when you obsess about a sport and you make it your life and then it gets taken away from you, you got to learn who you really are, you know, not just a baseball player. You kind of grow up into just a person too.
So that was the year I thought, okay, this guy's different, you know, because it's not about him. He didn't feel sorry for himself with the injury. You know, he was doing rehab, and his voice and his leadership and his direction that he still corralled from his teammates and his peers was unbelievable.
As Tarik Skubal continues to earn accolades, he has never forgotten about the university that made him.
I try to be a resource for those guys. You know, I was in their shoes not too long ago, and, you know, when I was in college and we had pro guys come back, I thought it was the coolest thing seeing those guys come back and work out with the team. And I'm trying to do the same thing and let those guys understand that you don't have to go to big schools to be a Cy Young Award winner or anything like that. They come from everywhere. So as long as they're committed to what they're doing and they give baseball kind of everything they've got, anything can happen.
That's the 8th strikeout of the ball game for Skubal, and looking ever bit the ace that they were hoping he would turn into.
We have another kid named Luke Allwood who's coming back from a delt strain. He was struggling a little bit with the pressures of the scouts, and so we got him on the phone with Tarik, you know, and Tarik took time with him just to talk about that piece of baseball and you know, and controlling your controllables and stuff like that. He did the same thing with Nestor Herman last year, who ended up in the 11th round out of our place. So, and he's done it with guys that are coming back from injury.
For the coach that saw his potential from the beginning, seeing a former player's success on the All-Star stage was all he could ever ask for.
Again, just my favorite part, and you just gave me goosebumps, was just to watch his big 12-year-old smile when he came off, you know, the field to not only check off your mark that I made it to pro baseball, then check off your mark, I made it to the big leagues, and now I'm checking off a mark that I'm an all-star.
Donnie is still awesome. You know, I love that guy. He's already made jokes about my son. He's got a verbal commitment for a 15-month-old kid, so he's a ton of fun to be around. That program was great. They taught me how to compete, to go out there and just give it everything you've got every time you got the ball, and at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for.
And while now Skubal plays in front of sold-out major league ballparks, it's the lessons he learned in Seattle that carry him.
I think in college, you know, we're not playing in front of 15,000 like bigger schools do, but I think that's even more important to bring your own energy and make sure you're the same guy no matter what the environment is. So you got to be locked in. Don't let anything outside, you know, distract you from the task at hand. And, you know, I feel the same way when I'm in the big leagues. You know, it's not, the environment shouldn't dictate what I'm doing or how I'm feeling, or if I try to do too much, I'm going to try and be the same guy each and every time I get the ball. And that's something that, you know, playing at Bannerwood Stadium taught me.
Skubal will be the opening day starter for the Tigers as they play Thursday night at the LA Dodgers. They then travel to Seattle to take on the Mariners. It will be Tarik Skubal Day next week when the Red Hawks play British Columbia at home on Tuesday. Tarik Skubal will be throwing out the first pitch. For the WAC, I'm Kendra Sheehan.